Mr. Glass half full, the revival.
Oh, y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are. And that's Mr. Glass half full, and that's Spee, if you nasty.
Let's go, Rangers.
I can't even lean in anymore, man.
Let's go,
Crazy.
Rangers.
And shout out to my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel. Shout out to you. Yes, you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support, guys. Man, what a week, what a show. We got something great lined up for you guys. We want to talk about a lot of things in here, but first, let's go around the room, man. And I'm gonna start with my guy, with Mr. Glass half full, man. How was your weekend, brother? What's going on?
Hey, man, weekend was good. Appreciate you for asking. We had a little St. Patty's Day parade on Sunday up in Somerville. That was fun. The festivities are now getting going. The outdoor festivities, still a little cold, but we got some drinks in us. It warmed us up a little bit.
I bet you did.
And this week is one of my favorite weeks of the sports year. Conference tournaments. NHL trade deadline just passed. NFL free agency, like it's all coming. The perfect storm for me, and I'm just jacked to be here, man. I'm psyched. The weather's beautiful outside here in Jersey. I'm happy. I'm happy, guys.
That nice weather, man. I love it. Hef, what's going on? How was your weekend, brother?
Weekend was good. Happy St. Patty's week to all who celebrate.
Yes,
we got our green on, Guinness in hand. The nice weather is back. It's all happening for us, guys. It's all coming together nicely. Giants had a hell of a day and a half, huh? Maybe we'll talk about that.
A lot of news.
Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. Cheers to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's have some fun.
Love y'all.
Definitely, man. And shout out to Charge, man. Yes, Insider Eli, man, lost his voice, lost his mind, lost everything, man. Because boy, when you get a lot of this stuff here, like a lot of people, I just want to get this off my chest here, right? When you have a lot of people and you get a lot of information, I'm going to be honest with you. I get a lot of information, like the Revival guys. We get a lot of information behind the scenes of what's going on with the New York Giants, right? And I'll tell you this, man, it's hard to release a lot of this stuff. So when we do get the chance to release it, I will give you guys some information. But we kind of knew all the stuff was coming down a little bit, especially that shout out to our guy, man, is now on the Giants with us, man, Burns. But we knew that days before, But I'm just glad that we got him. And, we'll talk about it. Maybe one day you get the Insider Revival kind of show, which, speaking of that, don't forget tomorrow, guys, you got the Giant Insider and New York Revival teaming up on their channel. The show was the Giant Insider. So tune into that, man. It's going to be great, man, to sit with the biz. And, of course, with our guy, Jerry, man, it's going to be awesome to go on that show. So don't forget to subscribe over there. Look out for the notifications. We're going to go live with them tomorrow, I believe around 8 p.m., but we'll let you know exactly in the time frame tomorrow. But, guys, shout out to you. We have a bunch to go, to go around here. Let's get right into it, guys. Let's jump right into the meat and potatoes, man. Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinney are no longer Giants, man.
I just want to get the Band-Aid off, huh? You just ripped the Band-Aid off. Let's go.
That's it, man. We're going to get right into this. Like, this is what we're going to have to do. But I want to go to this here first, man. And I'm going to start with El Jefe here. Saquon, McKinney. I take this from the McKinney standpoint, right? Did you want McKinney back? Did you thought he will be back as a Giant at this point? But how do you feel about that overall with him going, man? It's Green Bay.
I'm perfectly fine with the Giants' stance on not paying him what he got. He's a nice player. He was homegrown. He was available. Just as important as anything else I just listed. Right? He was there every single snap. So a nice player would have been great to have. But that's not a position that we need to be paying top of market. So I think the Giants did the right thing. And you're starting to see maybe these guys get it that are in charge of the Giants now. Maybe they have freedom. They're making hard choices for the long-term gain. And it's great to see. It's just fucking great to see.
Totally agree, Spee. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, news just hit today. I don't know if you guys saw it, that he also came back to the Giants. Like he wanted to be here. He came back to the Giants and tried to give them last offer, and it was too rich for Shane's blood. And now, and I keep saying this, we're starting to find out what positions we value more, right? Like the plan is starting to take shape. Year one was we kept saying it was free. It was free. It was just like it was hard to because you're going with the players that were here. And then year two, you start transitioning out, but it kind of fucked up and they made the playoffs. So it kind of like it set things back a little bit. Now we're starting to see what we really like, what really Shane's really about, what positions he focuses on, and what positions he values more, like or less. So it's clear that we did not want to spend at the top of the market for a safety. I don't know where his line was, but it was nowhere close apparently because they came back and we never made a second offer to McKinney. So like they shook hands. I think they left on good terms, but it was like, you know what? You got your money, and he got top end money for safety. Good for him. I love McKinney. Love what he did for us. I appreciate him as being a Giant. Want to stay Giant, but it's business, baby. It's not. It's just business, strictly business, and we gotta leave the emotion out of it a little bit. Okay. So I know it was a hard day for a lot of Giants fans losing McKinney, losing Barkley, but it's strictly business, and the Giants have moved on. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the direction we're going here with McKinney. I don't know about you, E. What do you think?
No, listen, man. With Xavier McKinney, man, we appreciate you as a Giant. You were very reliable. We do appreciate you, but unfortunately, the contract was a little too rich, man. Like we have other holes and etc. we had to fill, a la what you guys just seen during the free agency and trade going on, and we still have some more players coming in. But you seeing them kind of round up to where it's the Giants of old, where that front seven or that front four is going to be those guys to make those plays, and then they're going to plug in somebody in the secondary that's going to come in and be just that average Joe that's going to just hold it just enough while our front four eat at this point. With Kayvon, when you got Burns coming in, those guys, and Dexter, those guys are going to eat. So you don't really have to cover long if those guys are getting to the quarterback with our new defensive coordinator. So
yes,
McKinney, thank you so much, man. I know at the last minute, guys, I tell you this, some behind the scenes stuff. He really wanted to be a Giant. He really did. He wanted to have the contract. He did come with the contract. Same thing what Speed said, and showed the Giants, and it was just too rich for their blood, unfortunately. Well, we like to have him back.
25 year one. Yeah, 25 year one, dude. That's
crazy. You know what I mean?
Money.
At least for right now, we're just not in
Good
that
for him.
position. Exactly. But we're just not in that position to offer that contract as of right now. Again, I said this in a tweet, guys. We wasn't winning with them at this point, so why give them this money? Like let's figure this out now. Like we got this is rebuild. This is a rebuild here that you guys are seeing. So get the players in, get some core guys in hand. Let's see if we can build through the draft from here on in. But as far as Xavier, man, I wish him the best of luck. Giant through and through.
Yeah.
And he shows his hand a lot on X, man. As you can see, he showed that emoji face because the Giants couldn't match that offer. They just couldn't. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him for sure. But I want to address the elephant in the room a little bit, guys, because Saquon Barkley is a freaking Eagle. Who would have freaking thought Saquon Barkley will go over to the Eagles? But let's.
We're wearing the green too. We're wearing the green.
It's not for you, Saquon. It ain't for you, pal.
It ain't for you.
Definitely ain't for you, pal. But let's go around the room here, guys. Obviously, he is a Giant, and I have a little mixed emotions about this. So I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass half full here. How do you feel Saquon Barkley not only just being with the Eagles, but no longer on his team, man? How you feeling about that?
It's a changing of the guard. It's a changing of the guard. The Giants sadly, it didn't work out for Saquon because we offered a number right where he got, apparently. Like, it was the wrong time, wrong place, and he's now in the wrong place, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. Saquon Barkley, again, consummate pro. I love the kid. I love that he was the face of this franchise. He was drafted into a shitty situation. He was expected to be a savior of a team that was built on a house of cards. And unfortunately, he was also the face of the failure of the last 4 or 5 years. And it's sad that it went out like this. And it's sad that with what's going on, what's transpiring afterwards. And we'll talk more about the fighting between the Giants fans and our boy Tiki. But it's sad the way it ended. These things never end well. The Giants made a conscious decision not to pay an aging, injury-prone running back. And if you have a problem with that, that's fine. That's your opinion. I, for one, I think it's the right direction. Again, like we said with McKinney, we've lost with these guys for 4 to 5 years now. It's now time to try something different. and see if somebody else can steer the ship a different way. So love 26. I'll remember his days fondly, but not a lot of winning, not a lot of big seasons, and a lot of injuries. And that's what it'll be in my memory. And it sucks that like that, but I wish him health. I wish him health and nothing else. Health and nothing else. I would like to say success, but I'm not wishing him that much success on the rival Eagles. And if you guys hate me for saying that, so be it. I am not an Eagles fan. I'm a Giant.
No, go right ahead. Hef, what's your thoughts on that, man?
I am refreshed. I feel good about all this because the Giants of old would have paid McKinney top dollar, would have paid Saquon top dollar,
overpaid,
would have continued to build around Daniel Jones. Instead, we got complete acknowledgement that we have a quarterback problem, right? Let's talk to Russ. Let's get Drew Lock, some guy with NFL experience that can carry us a few games if needed. And then what did we do? We go after one of the best edge rushers available, locked him up long term, picked up 2 offensive linemen, right? So we're looking at the trenches. Got a running back for a third of the price of Saquon, right? And sorry, Saquon ain't giving you 3 times as much production as that dude.
He did not.
If it's an extra, if they were in the same exact spot in this upcoming season, Saquon might, and that's a might, give you an extra 200 yards at the end of the season, maybe an extra touchdown or 2. That shit is not worth $10 million more. I'm sorry, no. It's not with the condition that the Giants are in right now. So I'm good. Listen, Saquon. To back up for a second, anybody in his position, he got to stay in PA where he went to college, right? He got to stay close. He got the money he wanted. It just happened to be a division rival. So anybody would have taken that money and that deal and gone there. So I don't fault him for actually doing that. That said, he's an Eagle now. We're in this to be Giants fans.
Yeah.
We hate the fucking Eagles. So I cannot get on board with wishing him if you want to say stay healthy, yes, that's a nice thing to say. But he's a fucking Eagle.
That's as far as it goes.
I'm done. It's over. I don't I've said it before. All the losing has removed any sentiment from my fandom, right? I am about building a team of winners now, and we didn't win with Saquon, so I'm refreshed that the Giants are willing to turn the page and move on. So, good sign from Joe Schoen. I think he's off to a very good start in free agency.
Take your feelings out of it. Take your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
Let me say this too, man. And again, you guys know how I felt about Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley is a Giant, man. Once a Giant, always a Giant, right? Saquon Barkley, Walter Payton Man of the Year, represented the team well while he was here. I wish him nothing but the best, man. Like, he was a great player, a pro's pro, through and through, man. Absolutely. But, I'm not going to sit here and say that the running back that they got is equivalent to Saquon Barkley. Stats to tell you that he has more yards per carry and etc. I get all of that as far as Saquon, but Saquon is Saquon. We're not going to sit here and diminish what he accomplished here, especially with a bad offensive line. Saquon is that guy still to me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, it's the Eagles. So you want to have fun with this, right? We already know us the bitter rivals. You want to cross town and you're playing with the bitter rivals, man. Boo you, boo.
It's always
boo you
Philly
out the building.
It's
exactly. Until it's backwards. You know what I mean? Fuck Philly till it's backwards. You know what I mean? I'm gonna boo you out the building, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But as far as looking at it in hindsight, man, and human wise, get your bag, young man. You got paid. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. So
Absolutely.
You did your thing, man. I wish you great health, but I'm not wishing you success in that freaking green uniform. I'll tell you that there, Saquon. All right. But thank you, man. Thank you to 26, man. Thank you for being a Giant, man. Thank you for being a representative of this team. What we look at, what we look for to represent that NY. You know what I mean? He was, like I said, a Giant through and through, man. And to me, once a Giant, always a Giant. I think, after it's all said and done, I think Saquon will probably be welcome back here, or maybe not. Because there's something I want to get ask you guys here, because it's a guy that's a good friend of the shows, and I want to share intimate detail, and after I go around the room here, or if you guys don't mind, may I start this? Saquon Barkley. No, man, it's our show.
It's your show. Let's go.
Saquon Barkley versus Tiki Barber, man, is how we kind of labeled it in the notes here. All right.
We got
if you guys don't notice, Tiki Barber's WFAN, Evan and Tiki. It's an afternoon show, 2 to 7, WFAN. The news flash came across that Saquon Barkley is signed with the Eagles. And, Tiki Barber jokingly played, "Hey, he's dead to me. You're dead to us. You're dead to us. You're dead to me." And boy, Saquon has some things to say, man. Talking about, Tiki Barber hated on him, and if he sees him, just make sure smile and all this stuff here. I don't have the exact words, word for word here. I don't have the exact tweet, but
Yeah.
let me say this, man. Let me say this. As much as I
Don't
gave
smile
Saquon,
when you see me. Is
don't
what
smile
he
when you
said.
see me. Listen, I don't know about you, man. That sound like fighting
Okay,
words to
Saquon.
me. You get what I'm
Tough
saying?
guy.
But I just want to get this off
Tough
my
guy
chest because, guys, I when I mean Tiki's a good friend of the show. He's a good friend of the show. I was up from, let's say, guys, when did I tell you I was talking to Tiki? I think from whatever time I told you to midnight. Me and Tiki was talking to midnight. And I have to say, man, this thing kind of bothered him a little bit. I gave him some advice, and I mean, rightfully so. I don't need to give Tiki Barber advice at all. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for years. But when someone has a relationship, because him and Saquon, whether hating or not, trust me, when you look at, all the history and etc. back in the day, how he was, mentoring Saquon, and Saquon was asking him questions, that don't look like hate to me. That looked like somebody that took time out to actually try to groom this young man to be a giant. You know what I mean? So when someone talks, or when you talk to someone, he's dead to me, and clowning him like that, you don't expect that type of response from someone that you deemed cool. You know what I mean? So for the people out there that look at Tiki Barber and say, well, Saquon, he did the right thing, curse him out, he's not a giant. Y'all sound crazy, because you will only put Tiki Barber in this box because of the 17-year-old. Has it been that long, guys? 17 years old, maybe at this point. They're both out the game.
2006.
At
Yeah,
this
it
point.
was
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many years is that? Like, I can't even do the math.
18.
Forgive me. But it's 17, 18 years now.
Yeah.
That he's been removed from the situation. And the fact that fans are still harboring these feelings over Tiki Barber, what he said about Eli Manning, which he explained on New York Revival. If you guys didn't do your research, this is mind-boggling to me. The way Saquon spoke about Tiki Barber was uncalled for. It was unjust. I think Saquon, if he would have looked at the video instead of reading the clickbait as all these other sites did or made, if he would have saw the video, he'd have understood that was tongue-in-cheek. He'd understood that was a joke. You know what I mean? And I'm just shocked he's not putting out an apology at this point. And Saquon, man, let me tell you, man, from an OG, man, somebody that's older than you, it's okay to admit when you're wrong. Okay, it's okay to pick up a phone and actually call someone and try to figure this thing out. You know what I mean? Because Tiki just said it live on air. Hey, man, I was tongue-in-cheek. You know what I mean? I didn't, not to say he didn't mean anything by it, but he was just like, yo, if that's how you feel, then so be it. Because again, this is a blind side to him, because he spoke to this guy, especially during the season, and even in the past, he spoke to him. So it's just a shock that he will feel some type of way. And I don't want to sit here and seem like I'm speaking for my brother Tiki here. Tiki got his own voice. He got his own show. You know what I mean? But I can tell you this. It's I'm sure that hurt him. Because again, if I talk to someone and spent my time with someone to get to know them and try to teach them something, I don't expect them to respond like that over a joke. But yet again, everybody's in their feelings nowadays. So, but forgive me, man, I went on a tangent a little bit too long. But I just want to say, Saquon, man, I'm an old man, man. I'm 40. I'm giving you this OG talk.
I'm 40.
Either you don't have to publicly apologize, brother, but go sit there and go talk to Tiki, man, and figure that out, man, because I'm sure there was some clear misunderstanding, and that was a little too crazy from your angle. I didn't expect that from you. Not someone that's a giant. I don't expect that from you, man. I understand you're Philly now. Don't copy what they do over there. That's bullshit. But go figure that out over there, man. It's just for me giving you some love and some heads up, brother. Clip that if anything. You know what I mean? But Speed,
no, I feel
how do you feel about that, brother?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because again, Tiki's our boy, and I understand he's on a radio show. It was if you listen to the whole segment, it's you got to listen to the whole segment. You got to listen to the whole thing. If you take a clip, it sounds different. But listen, Saquon, again, we're talking about feelings. Saquon was all up in his feelings about this whole decision. It's been a big and arduous process for Saquon for the past, not just this season, last season too. It's been tough. And then when someone like Tiki, who many consider, and not all, but a lot of people consider the voice of the Giants. And I'm sure a lot of Giants fans feel that way. Like, hey, you're wearing green now. You're dead to me. Like, it was said in jest. It was said in jest. Like, you're dead. We don't care about you anymore. Like, that's what Tiki was saying. And it hurt Saquon's feelings. He because this generation they're on Twitter all the time. They listen to all the clips. They see what's going on. And as Saquon being a consummate Giant, and someone that was a former face of this franchise, to hear that that he is dead to the franchise after he gave a lot of sweat, tears, and everything else to this franchise, to hear that you're dead to them after because he's trying to make money for his family. He's trying to make money for the rest of his career. To hear that you're dead.
Let me say this. Speed.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, Speed. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
good.
But no one's knocking that he got paid. You know what I mean? If
Right,
you ask around past Giants players, even probably now to current, right? The one team they tell you in the division that they can't stand is the Eagles. It's just a rivalry. It's a friendly rivalry. You know what I mean? At this point, Osi Umenyiora got freaking 6 sacks on Donovan McNabb, I believe it was, right? So, like, they just can't, like, they always rise to that occasion of the Eagles. Even the fans are just in this rivalry. So I don't think it was, hey, you're dead to me. It wasn't to that nature. He's on a team that we just rival against. Like, we rally against them. We can't stand the Philadelphia Eagles, but no one's hating that he got paid. And I think with that being said, with him hearing, "Oh, you're dead to me," etc. Listen, we thank you for putting the team on your back for all this time. We thank you for being the face of the franchise. But you're on the team. Like, this at this point, hey, you're on Philly, man. That's it. You're all done. You're dead to me. We're gonna boo you.
I get it.
But when it's all said and done and that clock reads 0-0, we're gonna show you love. We're gonna show you love, bro. You know what I mean? But right now, no, you're the enemy. But he took it way too personal.
I know he was up in his feelings. I feel you, man. I feel you. He was up in his feelings. It was emotional time, man. You caught him the day after he said, or was it a day up?
It was hours. Yeah. It was hours after.
Yeah. Hours after he just made the biggest decision of his pro career after being here for 4 or 5 hours, and he got that. Heat of the moment. Like, again, I hate when people get interviewed right after the game's over, after a loss. It's almost like that. Like, he hears this right after the biggest decision of his life, after he gave blood, sweat, and tears to the Giants organization. Of course, he's going to be a little butthurt, a little sour grapes about what he heard, not knowing that this is Tiki's job. This is what he does. He's on. He's a shock jock talk radio guy. This is what he's going to do. And again, a lot of people, Giants fans, feel like that. You're an Eagle fan now. We love you, but you're not dead to us. That's it. I'll play devil's advocate and stick up for Saquon's feelings, because everybody, that generation's all up in their feelings. They're soft. They're soft as marshmallows. Anyway. Jeff, what do you think?
That's just what it is. I'm sorry, man. I feel like I was long-winded. What you got, Hef?
I've just been over here drinking. It's fine. I've just been enjoying the show here. But I think this is the era of
I like your glass, by the way.
Of course.
Rangers up 1-0. Head into this in the third period. Big game, by the way. Sorry to cut you off, Jeff.
That's all right.
I just updating these guys. It's basically for the division here. So go ahead.
I think Tiki was speaking as a Giants fan, as a guy who was a Giants lifer, and now the guy who's the face of your franchise went to Philly. Like, there was a time when you would go anywhere else, right? And I know someone talked about Bavaro in the chat here, but Bavaro reached the top of the mountain with the Giants. We're talking about, like, so he'll always be remembered. You could keep that jersey, but we're talking about Tiki. I mean, we're talking about Saquon, who was a good player at the wrong time and missed over 25 games in the years he was here. So Tiki's talking from a perspective of, his last 7 years, he missed 2 games. And the guy was averaging better than Saquon's rookie year. So Saquon has been put up on this crazy pedestal because of the potential he had coming out of college. But he's not an all-time Giant. He's not even on Odell level, who's here during shitty teams. Right, and they both had one playoff appearance. Saquon getting the second game, if you want to count what we did in Philly as a playoff appearance. But I just think this is an era where fans become attached to players and they forget that it's about the team. Like you see with how attached people are to Daniel Jones and supporting him no matter what happens, they support him. It's like, what happened to looking at this as a Giants fan? And that's all I'm seeing, right? And that's all Tiki was saying. You're on the Eagles now. Make no mistake, and this is bound to be a primetime game, right? Giants and Eagles. That's just going to happen at some point during this season. When he comes to the Giants Stadium, he's getting booed. And I don't have any doubt about that in my mind. You're talking about drunk Giants fans. When Saquon Barkley touches the ball, he's getting his ass booed, like as loud as possible.
Hell yeah.
And there will be some people that still support him. That's fine. But Giants fans know that it's about the logo. It's about the team. It's about winning games.
The laundry, baby. Root for the laundry.
And I don't fault him for getting the money that he wanted. Anybody would have done that.
Especially that position.
But Giants fans, you care about who's in blue. If you're not in blue, fuck off. Like, that's just how I feel.
Facts.
Totally
and listen, and let's call a spade here. You can think what you want about Tiki, but Tiki's the better running back in New York Giant history.
I will die on this hill. That is the hill.
Close.
That is the hill I will die
close.
I got into it today. You have to look at what Tiki did over his last 7 years. It's fucking unbelievable. You're talking about over the last 5 years, he was second in the NFL in total scrimmage yards. This guy was fucking elite of the elite, and he was available every fucking Sunday. That's who Tiki Barber was.
Facts. People got to take the off the field shit out of it. Like you're again, everybody's caught up in their feelings about everything. Going back to 2006, man, like 2007, and it's fine if that melts into your opinion about this, but like set yourself back a little bit and look at this in a vacuum, and you gotta understand that there's a little bit of overreaction on one side.
We got to get to the supers, but I see these comments. Tiki quit on his team. He retired. He retired. He didn't.
Are you going to say that about everybody?
He retired. He left football. You know what I mean? He didn't miss a game for 7 years, 6 years, or whatever. Like the dude got beat up. He got, how many touches this guy had every year? He was fucking beat up. And yes, he left while he still had some tread on the tires, but maybe he was tired of getting fucking hit.
And he said that. He said that on the show. He was like, guys, I was getting beat up. I was just done. And listen, one thing you guys have to understand, when your mind is not into something, you're not going to perform at the level you are expecting to for your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
That's when
so he left the
Shout
game.
out to Darren Waller.
So he left
Shout
the
out
game.
Darren Waller.
Exactly. Darren Waller's going through that right now because he feel like he can't produce at the level to help his team. Same thing Tiki Barber went through. He was like, guys, I got beat up. I wasn't going to be in it mentally, so I got out the game. And now I'll hurt. Imagine he'd have came back and say, you know what? I got some tread left on my tire. I'm getting beat up and I want to retire, but I come back and he had a dud that year. That's detrimental to the team at that point. Yeah. You know what I mean? What if he was that running back that, they won the Super Bowl, granted, right? But what if he played and they didn't win? You know what I mean? Like his things happen for a reason. But guys, he was out. His mind was made up, and that was it. I just don't get why you like some people. It's just crapping on this guy, and he's been a giant. Forget all. Listen, and another thing too. People bring up is his personal life. Like everyone just has like these rainbows and butterflies in their life. Like
that's anybody's fucking business.
Yeah, right. It's none of your business. Like everybody's walking on water. Listen, I got flaws. I'm sure my brothers got flaws, and I'm sure y'all got flaws. So they take his personal life, and it's like, dude, y'all act like y'all just like turn water into wine, and y'all walked on water. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of like judgment going on where
it's not our business.
You cheated on your girl with like some chick who works in the back of Wendy's, but Tiki can't do what he needs to do. Who he's still married to, by the way. Okay.
Right. Anyway,
let's do some supers. I'm gonna hit up our fan of the month first because it's on topic here. But our fan of the month for March, I don't know if you guys know, it's C's, and he's a big deal around here.
Shut up,
you can't make the Ring of Honor wearing green. He's dead to me, a la Tiki. Gold jacket, my ass. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? More like a zoot suit. All that being said, I'm taking him first in fantasy.
Yeah,
this
that's
year
fair.
behind that
That's
Yeah,
fair.
line.
you gotta.
That's business. Again,
That's
that's
business.
leaving emotion out of
business.
it. It's fucking business. You want to make money. I get you, C's. That's why I like you, bro.
Yeah. See, Charlie,
out
we're
to you,
taking
C's.
emotion out of it. You fuck.
Charlie.
All right, love you, C's. Thank you for the super. Let's keep this
Yes.
going here. Let's keep this going. I know we're gonna talk more about I'm sure the draft and what we're gonna do and stuff. But we got thank you, Aaron, for the super. How do we think the Giants approach quarterback in the draft? Take one at 6, trade up. I want to hear you guys' opinion. Oh, LFA for president. Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
hey. There you
I
go.
would
There you go.
I would
I
never
agree.
make it in politics, but thank you.
Or do we want to answer this now, or do you want to like wait on this? Because I'm sure we'll talk about it. Let's
You know
just
what?
get
I'm
into it
gonna
real
say
quick.
this. I'm
Oh,
gonna
go ahead.
say
Go ahead.
this, and I think we had a conversation sidebar, man. I hate saying this, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. I am hoping I am wrong.
Oh boy, I don't like when you
But
start like that.
I don't
He's
know,
been
man. If
saying
the
it.
Giants is going,
I
I
know.
don't know if the
He's
Giants
been
is
saying it.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that we might not get a quarterback at 6, man.
Shit,
I really
bro.
don't think, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping the source
Let's
I
hope
have
the
was
plug is
wrong,
wrong.
which is the
Let's hope
same
the plug-
sauce, guys. It's the same source.
Sauce Awards.
The
I love
sauce. Same
It's the
source.
Same sauce.
That's been giving me all this
Sauce.
information for you guys. I'm starting to see some things that me and this person spoke about, and is
Ugh.
lining up, and I'm like, it's really going to happen. So
Yo.
I don't know if it's quarterback at 6. Hate to say it. Hate to do it. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the quarterback at 6. Sorry.
All right, so
I hope I'm wrong.
so Eli's saying via the plug, he's saying no. I'm going to go on emotion here because since we're talking about feelings and everything like that. I think that I still, in my heart of hearts, after what's gone on, everything that's been said, all the smoke, I think that the Giants are still trying to figure out a way to get certain QBs. And I think that if that doesn't work out, they've now had the insurance plan to where if that doesn't happen, they can pivot. They can pivot with Daniel Jones and Drew Lock and Danny DeVito, son Tommy. And we will. I think
I just barfed just now when you said those names. By the way,
I know. That QB room, it will make a lot of people want to fucking barf, and it is what it is. But like, the flip side of that, hopefully, is that you have Neighbors or Dunze being that guy that is picked at 6. That's the only other thing that will make me be like, all right, I hate that we don't have a franchise QB, but we have our alpha wide receiver 1 for the next 5+ years, and hopefully at some point. But again, to me, it's still QB1. Get your QB, and I just hope that we like one of the top 5, and we make that decision at 6 or trade up. But we have the insurance not to.
Let me say this, guys. If they don't, let's say if they pick a wide receiver at 6, right? Do you feel like they can trade back into the first round and get a quarterback if it falls? Do you see
it's going to be harder now without the extra second?
Yeah, you're right.
There's too much ruckus. There's too many. Depends on where Fields goes. Obviously, that's going to take one. Hopefully, maybe one of the teams out of it. But Denver needs a quarterback. Minnesota, yes, they have Darnold, but they're still going to look for a quarterback. There's other teams that are going to be looking for a quarterback here, and I just think if you love a guy enough to make him your franchise quarterback, don't pass on him at 6 and leave it up to doubt. Don't leave it to doubt. What just happened?
Of all comments to accidentally feature.
What I just
it was that one.
Yo,
that's why I don't do this. That's why I don't do this part.
Eli.
What did he say?
Eli, just run the show, be the personality, okay? Don't do the tech stuff.
I'm
you
sorry.
Just featured the worst comment.
I did.
I did.
And I want to go to Chris because I see Chris there. He asked about Isaiah Simmons, and I actually have
God.
Yeah, and it totally skipped.
Eli.
Eli, stick to the MCing, and
we was talking, so I'm like, he didn't do it. I don't think I did it. And I look at Eli, and he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it, but I think I know what we're talking about here. And
I'm sure it's on a playback now at this point. We gotta blur that part out, Speed. We gotta find it. Yes, we can edit our live show later on. So we'll probably edit that.
So the
Let's
question
do
is,
it.
what do we think the Giants will do, right? Not necessarily what we want.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I don't think they trade up. I think they're going to stay at 6. And I
Yeah.
think the options are going to be McCarthy or Neighbors Odunze. It's gonna be like between
Penix,
that.
right?
Yeah, but I don't.
If you're thinking Penix, right? But you don't think Penix is
Right. I don't think they do. I don't
agree.
know. But this is
I
just my
agree with
thought.
you. I agree with you.
think what I think the Giants will actually do is probably grab Neighbors or Odunze and try to get the alpha receiver that they haven't had since Odell. Not what I want them to do, but then it becomes a question like at 6, do they believe in McCarthy or Penix that much to take him at 6? Because then there's the fear of forcing it because it's a need. There's concerns about both of them. There's concerns about everybody, but like I would feel so much better with Daniels or May, right?
Yeah.
Like worlds better. I told you nothing would get me more pumped for the future than if they somehow got their hands on Jaden Daniels. That's my highest upside. Like Caleb is just out of the question to me. Like I'm just assuming he's gone. But Jaden Daniels to me has the biggest.
Yeah, your guy's Jaden. Mine is May with Jaden as a very like a B, a 1B after that. But I'm not trading up for JJ McCarthy. I'm sorry. I like JJ McCarthy a lot. Like JJ McCarthy a lot. I'm not willing to give up draft capital to get him. Let's see where like if it shakes out that May, Caleb, and Daniels are gone 1, 2, 3. I'm sitting at 6 and seeing where the cards lie. For me, that's how I play it. But I think I'm going to still sleep fucking pretty well if Odunze or Neighbors are our wide receiver 1 of the future, and we have our guy.
But then, like, what is the plan at quarter? Like, I'm not.
Exactly.
What is the plan?
Like, who's throwing them the ball?
You can't go lock Daniel Jones and DeVito. Like that is the worst quarterback room in the NFL.
Well, it would be that for a year. It'd be that for a year, and then you hope that they trade everything to get their guy next year.
Yeah, but who's coming out that class? Like we're really basic. Like this is the
Shadur
richest
Sanders,
quarterback class, right? As
Jackson,
what they say.
Jackson Dart, Shadur Sanders, and there's my dude from Texas, Ewers, but it's not great right now. But again, and maybe nobody knew Burrow was going to be Burrow until he came through. You know, there's always one guy that pops the last year. I don't want this scenario. I want to preach to you. I don't want this.
I think the biggest point here, and I always go back to this too, is like I hate you gotta build the roster for years first. Well, then you're doing what Monty is talking about right here. You are absolutely wasting all these guys in their prime. Why are you spending money on a diesel edge rusher if your offense is going to put up 9 points a game? You have to get a fucking quarterback. So I want them to go quarterback and develop him while some combination of DJ and Locke maybe hold the reins until the quarterback.
I think 90% of the fans want a quarterback at this point. It might be too high, maybe 85. Okay, but I'll give you 85. 85% of the fans probably want a
calculated 90.
Yeah, right.
80,
I was like
85.
85.
I feel comfortable at 85.
Probably 85, right? Like think about it. The more like even the fans that were supporting of Daniel Jones, like even us, like listen, I still support him. Right, he's on the team until he's not on the team. He's a Giant, right? We're gonna support him. But at the end of the day, we just don't think he's talented enough to put the team where it needs to go. You know what I mean? So, but it's just funny, man. 85, like they want a quarterback. But the unfortunate part is, it's just like, man, if you go wide receiver, Daniel Jones isn't going to be able to go and throw that ball to that wide receiver. He's Mr. Check Down at this point. Like he's just so grossly. I don't know what I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't want to. But there it is. Thank you. He's just broken, man. Like. I just don't know. Like you go wide receiver and then you still have this. I just don't. And again, it hurts me to say this, guys. I really do think, and we're going to go live, by the way, on the draft. I'm plugging this now. We're going to be together live watching this draft. And the guys don't even
me
know
and Eli, somebody else
up, which is hilarious.
Decided to make some other plans.
Mistakes.
But that's it here.
Mistakes.
We understand it. We understand.
Okay, let's catch up. I mean, who's better than this guy, huh?
Hey,
you want to get this one, Jeff? You got it?
Spiro, you speak Tuto better than I do. So go ahead.
Massive salute, NY fam. and crew,
Good.
and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. Please sip all stanky boys, losers, and F who's ever wears that jersey.
He's
Don't
saying
matter who it is.
That was good. That was good. Jersey.
Joyzy.
It don't matter who it is.
Don't matter who.
I could just see him saying,
The
"Don't matter
Joyce.
who it is."
I actually said
Thank you,
Joyzy. I actually
Tuto.
said it
the
exactly how you
best.
said it.
We're getting caught up here, so let's go it up. Daryl, thank you, bro. If the Giants don't get any of the main 3 quarterbacks in the draft, which one would interest you?
Go. Ready? Quick. Everybody, go.
Penix.
Penix. Wow.
JJ.
Yeah,
JJ,
went to my head. I
he-
thought I was
he-
going to say JJ, but I said Penix.
JJ. Listen, I wouldn't lose a moment's sleep if it was Penix, but for me, JJ can move. JJ can to get after. He's got
Listen, he's good. I just don't know.
You gotta
Comparing
trust
him to Daniel
You gotta
Jones,
trust
I just-
Dable. You gotta trust Dable in that. Listen, we're trusting Dable no matter who the draft pick is, but like his untapped, JJ's untapped is I think Penix is kind of who he is right now.
He can
He's a
sling
very
it,
good
man.
pocket
He can
passer,
sling it, dude.
elite pocket passer. I think JJ, we haven't seen. We've seen 70% of what JJ could be, maybe even
So-
60%.
But that makes it riskier, right? Because then you don't know what that.
That's what
player
your
is.
trust. It's a trust and Dable pick.
And then Penix comes with the injury and the lefty, which it matters. It's a
Right.
factor. So, but either one of those guys would be like, all right, we got a
I'm
fucking
still
quarterback
cool
to
with it.
start. You know what I mean? And Penix has been healthy for a couple of years. He checked out his medicals. He's still a
Yes.
young man. He's going to be all right. Okay, thank you, Daryl.
Yeah, go through the troopers.
Daryl,
I'm sorry.
love
We,
you,
we go on a
Yeah,
tangent.
we're gonna
We
run
have
through
like
these
only an
here.
hour show. We're at 41 minutes for goodness.
Tuto doubling down. Let's go, bro. El
Let's
Jefe,
go.
please suit me up in Giants gear next season. I promise there won't be any O-line, QBs, or running back leaving that pitch on their own power, mate. Guaranteed, motherfucker. That's right,
Tuto.
Tuto.
Let's go.
I agree.
Let's go.
That
Don't
guy's
get
a
him,
gas,
Tuto.
guys. If you
If
know
I'm
who
going to
he
get in a
is,
bar fight, I never met
he
Tuto,
chews
but
concrete. For
I want
goodness
this guy on my side if I'm going to get in a
Yes.
bar fight. I'll tell you that
Yes.
right now.
Facts.
Thank you, Tuto,
Let's get through the
brother.
supers. Let's go.
Cheers,
Okay,
bro.
we're going. Here he is. I mean,
Hey.
it wouldn't be a show without one of these curveballs here. In honor of St. Pat's Day, which Giants player do you think can nail the Irish step dance? Daniel Jones probably took Irish step dance classes as a child, and so I'm going Daniel Jones.
No, you're missing it. Graham
I'm going
Gano.
Sexy Dexy. Let's go. Sexy Dexy.
Oh, you think he's lighting his feet? No, Graham Gano, man.
course.
Graham Gano, Scotland born. I think he's familiar with the whole thing. He's got that vibe. So Graham Gano for me, the kicker, light on his feet, knows how to use his feet. I'm going with GG, double G.
And, you
Auto
said
Gano.
Dex-
And we
you
need
said
Graham
Dexter?
back.
Dexy can
We need-
move.
Dexy can move.
He'd be the
Awesome.
funniest.
Yeah.
He'd be the funniest to see do it.
That
That's
would
for
be
sure.
funny.
I'll pay
He's a
money
big.
to see
He's a
that.
big
I
man.
really
Okay.
want you.
Thank you, Chris. As always.
Chris, you're the best.
Appreciate you,
Let's
Chris.
see. We're running through Shaw in the house. Joking, but now
Shaw.
Ron Dane is better than
Wow.
Saquon. Wow. Yeah.
Tell
Shaw.
us how you really feel, Shah. Okay.
Shaw
Tell us
from
how
the-
you really
That's
feel.
so funny.
Top rope. Thank you, Shaw.
Appreciate you.
Former
I
fan
like
of the
that,
month.
Shaw.
We are running.
Shout out. How's it going, man?
Just stopping by to say, hey, at school board.
Chris.
Listen,
Hey,
this at a school board
go.
meeting, you know what? We appreciate you, man, for coming through. We appreciate you, bro.
I hope Chris is like
That's
presenting
called dedication.
presenting something important
Oh.
right now as he's just throwing money
Motherfucker, shit,
at
shit,
Revival.
fuck, shit, fuck, damn.
Thank you, Chris Peace.
Should I do the plosive test?
Sorry.
Never
You
mind,
know,
never
you
mind.
know, we love you.
Put the volume down.
C's again. Fan of the
C's.
month coming back for more.
Shoot.
Some wrinkles gonna
Yeah,
happen.
you know what? It just seems too. He's right. It seems too easy, right?
Set up.
Like
set
it,
up,
it's just like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure, it could happen. It seems like everything.
Patriots.
but-
Please fuck around, Patriots. Like please,
Somebody's got to fuck
please
around and do
fuck
something
around.
stupid, right?
and find
Like, they
out.
can't
Fuck
all be
around and then
smart.
find out. Yeah.
Please. For me, the dream scenario again, and you guys may be different. Daniels drops to 4. Somebody drop to 4. Give us a chance.
Mayor Daniels.
Yes.
Mayor Daniels.
I like this
Just
super
drop
coming
there and let it happen. Sneak in there and fucking get our guy. And that would put. I don't even care what happens the rest of the fucking the draft. I don't care what happens the rest of the offseason. If we could somehow get one of those two and sneak in at 4 and get him, ties the bow on it, and we're ready to fucking roll into the future.
Patriots are a wild card because it's not Belichick running the show anymore. We don't know who the Patriots are anymore. This is a different.
But you know what?
regime.
And I'm seeing, I'm seeing the signs, and I hate to say this, everybody's getting their backup. Mariota to the Commanders, Brissett to the Patriots. Everybody's getting their veteran backup. You know, and it's just leading perfectly into, you know, 1, 2, 3 being the quarterbacks. Somehow, I'm hoping JJ. Maybe the Patriots take JJ. Maybe if JJ gets to the top 3,
dude.
that's the only avenue. That's the avenue.
Then you have to get to 4, like, right? It's
someone. 100%.
Because someone's going to jump you at that point.
But here's the thing: the best trade partner for whoever's at 4 at the Cardinals is us at 6, because you don't lose out on Alt. You don't lose out on any of the big wide receivers. You gain draft capital, only moving back 2 picks. We get our guy. It works to the best. If you move out to Denver or Minnesota, like way back, you're losing out on all the blue chip prospects. Why the fuck would you want to do that if you're Arizona, right? Like, think about it logically. You don't want to lose out on all the big wide receivers. You don't want to lose out on all the big tackles. Trade back with us. We're good friends. Let's be friends.
Let's get it. Okay, we're still running. We're still running and catching up, guys.
Go.
We got to make room for more. This is okay. Shaw doubling down. I love it.
Let's go, Shaw.
Get neighbors.
That's an avenue.
Grab your Penix. Sorry, I just read that. I'm so immature. It's, get neighbors. Get your neighbors. Grab your Penix. Round 2. Let DJ cook with some Shaw and
Shaw.
QBs are more available, like Russ, Cousins, Rodgers than ever before. Those 3 are all unavailable.
So he said just floated into quarterback hell and hope to grab on.
That's
something.
What you're saying, Shaw. You're saying quarterback hell is where I would like to dwell.
Listen, if you're building the way that works is if you build an elite roster like San Francisco and you can plug and play. You know, that's it. It can happen but you got to fucking hit draft and it's a lot. It's a lot to get.
San Fran is the only team with a roster that good, with a system that good, where you can almost plug and play quarterback. Like Jimmy G went deep, you know, like he went far, and he's like you can't play him anywhere else in the league. Thank you, Shaw, for the super.
Shout out. First of all, shout out.
Okay, 2 more. We're almost there, guys.
All right, shout out New York Knicks real quick. 87-61 going to the 4th quarter, smoking the Sixers. Smoking the Sixers.
Spiro, this one's for you from Peter Randazzo. Thank you, Peter. I love you, Spiro, but I will say I can't trust Abel or Shane. They signed Jones for $40 million. How can I trust them?
Can I speak to Peter real quick?
This is great to you, Spiro.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna go back.
I hate this because Peter. I love you. I understand it. I understand that the GM's gonna have to take the fall for this. There were extenuating circumstances, a perfect fucking storm that have led to this scenario. I know that you're a big boy and Shane has to take this on the chin, but it took Saquon and Daniel Jones staying healthy for the first time in their careers. It took them turning down the 5th-year option. It took winning 9 games and then getting one of the easiest first-round opponents in Minnesota. It took all these random fucking circumstances that you took your owner loving Daniel Jones and telling them that we screwed you over year after year after year. It was a perfect storm of shit that I as a second-year GM, I know you guys say, hey, you should have stood up to your boss, but tell me you're going to the second year you got you're the best job you ever wanted in your life. Your boss says, this is the mandate. You got to do this. And you're going to say, you know what? No, fuck yourself. I'm going to go do it. Good luck. Listen, maybe you're tough enough to do that. But you know what? I understand the scenario that Shane might have been put in was not the scenario that he wanted to be in. And everything he's done since looked like he's trying to rectify it. He's not bidding against himself anymore. He's out on DJ by all accounts. Every sign points to him having been forced into it. And on the flip side, I hope that Mara's fucking stepping back because it sure looks like that too. Because Saquon would have been here and DJ might have been here, and I think that we are moving on in the future. So I think there's extenuating circumstances. That's all I say.
Very well said.
Eli, very well put, man. Okay. Preaching.
That was. Preaching, man. Spiro, that was one of the most well thought
did I lose
out.
it? Oh, my bad.
No, you're back. You're back.
I like go to sleep and like dream about these. What am I going to respond to these people all the time? And I truly stick by my feelings on this. I really feel that. But
next up is from the man who does not sleep on Twitter.
The legend.
He works the streets cleaning up the mess that was Daniel Jones supporters. None other than Momo. Thank you,
Momo's
Momo.
the best.
Revival's
Momo,
the best.
I'm going to
We
say
all
this
know
to
it.
Momo real quick. I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. Touche. Well played.
Momo.
Me and
funny.
Jeff talk about Momo all the time in our chat, and he's like,
Wasn't
now I
familiar
know.
with your
Now he
game.
knows Momo. He knows you, bro.
I know you, Momo. I wasn't familiar with the game. Forgive me. I'm familiar. I'm caught up, Momo. Shout out to you, Momo. That's my guy. That's my guy, man.
That was the best. We all know, especially that jealous bitch got pissed. Hey,
listen,
I can't believe we just said that
chat.
name. We're not
His
supposed to
words,
say
not
that name on this show, man.
His
We got to
words,
blank
not
that
ours.
one out too.
It's
now.
his words. Let's go get a new
You're right.
QB.
You're right.
We're with you, Momo. We're with you.
Yep.
Shout out to Momo.
Nobody
Appreciate you,
watches
brother.
our channel more than Cop Izzle. Let's get a new quarterback. We're with you, Momo. Thank you for the super.
Bitch.
All right, we're going to catch up
Yeah,
on the next two after this. Eli, what do we got next, brother?
Listen, man, the Giants, of course, made the biggest move, man, which I told people because everybody's like, oh, when the Giants going to do something, when the Giants going to do something. And I'm like, just be patient. Be patient. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. And shout out LPG, too. That was also telling people it's coming, man. So we actually got kudos from the fans, man, from yesterday. You know, all the Giants family support was like, yo, man, you guys are Nostradamus. Nah, we just got some insider information. You know what I mean? But Brian Burns, man, come to the Giants, man. Signed a 5-year deal in the process, man. We traded 39, swapped a 5th round pick. 5-year deal, 141 million, 87.5 million guaranteed. Big money for a big player. I seen a lot of people talking about they had a little bit of trouble with that contract. They thought it was too massive, but I thought it was right on the money for a premier player as in his stature. But I'm gonna start with you, El Jefe, man. How you feel, man? Brian Burns coming over here from the Carolina. You know what I mean? And got the deal that this is this massive, man. How you feeling about it?
Well,
That's a power move. Power move, dude. This defensive line is no fucking joke. I mean, you could put this defensive line up against the best of the league, and they're not going to get blown away by anybody. Here's what I will say, though. Burns, I think he's got the second biggest contract for any edge rusher in the NFL, right? Yeah. So that is a very high bar. So obviously, over time, guys are going to get more and more money, but you're talking about him being paid like a Bosa, like a game changer, like a game wrecker. So he's got to be that dude, right? And if he is, no one will care about the money. If he's a game changer like that, but I am just drooling at the thought of Dex pushing right down the middle. Then you got Tibbs on one side, Burns on the other, and then a healthy Ojulari as you know, a third down specialist, go get the passer where he's not going to have Spiro's hyperventilating.
Like, it just makes me I feel so good about it.
You know, it's exciting. So it was a big fucking move, right? Like it was a move that tells you we're building the trenches. We're getting after the fucking passer. And there's nothing you're going to do about it, right? Like I like that, dude. That's getting back to the Giants' DNA. And you got to win football games, and you got to get off the field on third down. So I love the move. He's a badass. He's got a cool fucking. He's got a long athletic body type. Like watching more and more tape on him now, dude does a spin move like he makes people look stupid. Like this guy is crazy athletic, powerful, fast. He's all those things. So as long as he plays up to that level, I'm more than good with it. Huge pickup.
Totally agree. Sorry, Mr. Glass half full. Speed.
Hey, listen, guys. If you didn't know, I am a big Florida State fan, and this is going back to the '90s. So I've been watching my man Burns since the Seminole days. Loved everything about this dude. He went right before we could pick him at 17 back when he came out. He ended up with Dexter Lawrence. Funny story. So now we have Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns on the same defense. 2 potential All-Pros with hopefully another All-Pro on the other side. Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be so happy to have someone actually on the other side on a consistent basis that also, mind you, could stop the fucking run. He could stop the run, and he gets after the passer. And you talked about his moves, Jeff, a little bit, but he has a plethora of moves. He's got the great start off the line. He's got the bend that you just dream about. He's got the spin move. He's got it all. I'm telling you, he's got that bull rush. He's got it all. I'm telling you guys, my man's got 46 sacks before the age of 26. He's got it fucking all. And I truly believe there's another level to this. You talk about last year.
He's 25.
He's turning 26 in
man.
April.
Young.
But he was on a Panther team that was down all game long, every game, all season. You can't pass rush and stack up the numbers when you're down all the time. Now, if on a defense, hopefully that is hopefully in the game a little bit more. He's gonna rack up the sacks. He's got to find another level. You get paid that much. I want to see another level. He's only 26. There's so much more to go still. I love this kid. Love the trade. Love the balls that it took to get him. Bowen gets after the passer, and I believe that this is a match made in heaven, and he's going to be a fucking great Giant, man. And if he wears the 0 with the visor and everything, I'm fucking ready to go. I'm ready to go. He's got that bend that you're damn right. He's got that bend that you dream about.
There were so many pause moments in that rant, but I was letting you cook because it was good. You're excited. I could tell.
I'm so fucking excited right now. It's that splash move. We need that splash move, right?
I think that was a splash move. You know what I mean? So, with Brian Burns coming over, man, like you said, I've said this time and time and again. The defensive coordinator that we have is going to give you that Steve Spagnuolo feel, that Perry Fewell feel, that where those guys got after the quarterback. You know what I mean? So you're going to see Kayvon Thibodeau find that next level. He's going to go out there. He's just going to be unleashed. Dexter Lawrence is going to be unleashed. These guys are going to attack the quarterback, play the run. You know what I mean? That's that freelance that this DC has. So, hey, attack that quarterback, but hey, you're going to be mindful enough to play the run, and when you see it, act. So it's all freestyle at the line, same thing as those guys, Justin Tuck, etc., all did at one point. So, but looking at Brian Burns, man, it gives me a little bit of that Justin Tuck weeble wobble, don't fall down. You know what I mean? Like he's just that bend that he's so agile where you can knock him off a little bit off balance, but he's still able to have that strength to keep upright and get after that quarterback. So I love it. And the guy hasn't reached his ceiling. 26 years old, guys. So just imagine he's not even in his prime. He's probably getting into it now as we speak. You know what I mean? So just to see that money is well spent. And again, if he's playing well, like Hefe said, if he's that guy we expect him to be, who cares what the money is? You're going to want to throw more at him. You know what I mean? At this point. You know what I mean? So let's see what he can do. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Just to speak on that, the Rams offer for him last year was exponentially higher than what the Giants got him for. There's a first rounder in there, at least one first rounder, I believe. And it was way higher. We got him at a fraction of the cost of trade-wise of what he should have gone for if the fucking Panthers were smart and traded him when they should have. But shout out to our guy Shane for
Joe Shane, man.
I love the Waller trade at the time. I know in retrospect, in hindsight, it didn't look good, but he's got the balls to make trades that make sense. And this trade makes sense. The Waller trade makes sense, and that's what you need out of your GM. So that's what I'll say about that.
Guys, I just want to say do you want to go through the Drew Lock contract? I mean, it's Drew Lock, right? Like, we don't really have to break that one particular down.
We don't have to go through the contract. We don't have to go through the contract. What does this signify
Let's
for
discuss.
You? What does this signify for you? Does it matter that we have Drew Luck, and does that change what they do in the draft at all? You think? I know not.
You said Drew Luck because you wish we had Andrew Luck.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
I said Luck. I'm sorry.
No, Spirited.
Or
sorry. It's the Guinness speaking. Does it matter? Do you think it matters to their plans of the future? No.
I'm standing on business. I don't think they're drafting a quarterback. I think this is going to be the room. I'm standing on business.
So you do think it matters? So if he wasn't signed, do you think we were still like? Does it didn't matter whether he signed or not?
Ooh, that's a good question. I can't really answer that, and I really can't answer that because I either way, if they didn't sign a quarterback, I don't even think that eventually they were going to sign a veteran, without a doubt. And I think Tyrod Taylor was on the menu till he got that massive number from out of nowhere to whatever team he's at now. He got paid, man. So I think they were going to go after a veteran quarterback regardless because I really do think that Daniel Jones is going to be the future here. It just happened to be freaking Drew Lock at this point. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, standing on business. He needed a backup. That's a veteran that played a bunch of games, especially when Geno Smith was hurt. He was playing out there. You know what I mean? Back in Seattle, he was doing pretty well. Doing decent. So, with the injuries, history that Daniel Jones has, Drew Lock can come in and win a couple games for you. And if he goes down, you still got the passing Paisan that could hopefully come in there and work his magic like he did last season. So, I'm standing on business. I don't think they're going with a quarterback either way. So I guess it matters or it doesn't matter. Speed. I don't know.
Fair.
That.
Fair. Jeff, what do you think? Does it matter?
I think it was expected, so I don't think it changes their plans in the draft all that much because Joe Schoen, whether intentionally or not, he said we're going to look at free agency. We're going to get a quarterback. So not surprised that it happened. $5 million. I think that's less than we paid for Tyrod over the last 2 years, right?
It is.
So, and that's kind of what you're getting. Like Drew Lock is. I don't think anyone's thinking, hey, he could be the answer. The guy hasn't shown so much, but let Dable work with him. Dable turned DeVito into a mini sensation. The guy was not allowed to attempt to pass against the Jets. Spiro, we were at that game. It was dreadful.
We were,
right?
Sadly.
And then he went on to beat the Packers in primetime somehow. So let Dable work his thing, but I don't think it changes their plans per se. But I'm wondering how it affects the room in general, right? We're getting Jim. Is anyone else? Oh, it's saying no audio.
Is anybody else saying? Let me get the day ones, man, because I'm seeing.
No, Monty hears us. That's all I care about.
All right, I appreciate that. That's all I need. All right, so listen, we're gonna start handing out some blue wrenches soon, just to let you know.
We're
gonna hand out some revivalist snipers.
Stop fucking around.
Right? So we're gonna start handing out some blue wrenches very soon.
I feel you guys. All right. Good.
Let me say this, man, because as you get bigger, man, of course everybody wants to get in the chat here. Shout out to the guys. We need y'all too, man. So shout out.
We love y'all.
I guess the trolls. I don't know what they call them, but shout out to y'all too. We need you too, man. So we'll never run away from smoke. Just to let y'all.
Do we even know how to boot people from this?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah. We're gonna hand out. We're gonna hand out the blue wrench. We're gonna hand out.
Get them, boys.
The blue wrench and the snipers. So we're all
wrench his
good.
ass.
That's probably cop pizzle anyway. Somebody probably told them to come in here. There's fucking many accounts. Bitch nigga. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to say that. You got to break that out. My bad. All right. Let's say this right here, man.
You got
the Giants, man. The Giants right here. We're going to go in, man. And of course, we got to get the edit button. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. Positive vibes. Giants, of course, double dip at O-line, signed John Runyon from it was shout out to Michael Strahan. It was that hilarious video. John Runyon from the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if Andy Agar got back to you. I wish our sister would and tell us about freaking John Runyon here. 3 years, $30 million, $17 million guarantee, only 27 years old, played both spots there. I believe right tackle and guard speed, if I'm not mistaken. Also,
yes. Oh, who are you talking about? Sorry. You talk about Runyon? Runyon's both spots, both guard spots, left and right.
Oh, left and right. My apologies. Yeah. And then Jermaine.
Yes,
can't even say that last name, so forgive me, man.
Illuminor.
Why are we getting so many of these freaking new players that has these names that you just can't freaking?
Hey, we're gonna learn it. We gotta learn. We'll learn.
2 years, 14 million, man. Started 31 games. Tackle last 2 years. Played out. I believe he's all over the line, right? So he can actually come in here and actually do something if Neo isn't the guy who come right tackle and actually play
Rangers
that.
Win.
So
let's go.
Just want to say, guys, what do you think about that, man? Rangers win.
Sorry.
Hey guys, let me just plug this. Let me plug this. Tomorrow we'll be on Giant Insider, man, on their YouTube page.
Go.
Talking about all this stuff that we are talking about and then some. Because these guys have the real insight. Now, don't come to me for that. All right. But shout out to our guys, Jerry, the Biz. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, man, go subscribe to their channel right now. You'll see it on our New York Revival page and also our personal page as well. So come and join us tomorrow, man. These guys have a bigger audience than us, man. These guys are legends. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
all right. Legend. Shout out to my guys there, the Giant Insider, man. I love those guys.
Here to address this, Spiro.
Yeah, I hedge my happiness. I hedge my fucking happiness. Listen, this is the kind of money I love to lose. I love to lose that money if that means that the Rangers might win the fucking division, because that's a fucking division winning win. Let's go, Rangers. You're right, Sal. Call me on my shit. I'm okay with losing that money, baby.
Keep you honest.
The Knicks are leading big also too, man. Shout out to
Yo. Good night for New York, baby. Good night. But anyway, you're right.
Hedging your happiness, and it's
I'm big on it, bro. I'm big on it.
You might go broke, but it's good.
It's if it means the Rangers are gonna win the fucking Stanley Cup in the end, I'm gonna fucking lose my money. I don't care.
Bet against them for now on, Speed. Maybe it works.
Hey, I'm cold. I told everybody. I said I'm cold, so I'm gonna bet the Carolina Panthers, and Yeah, you guys can thank me later. Thank me fucking later for the
Just
Metro.
keep doing what you're
all
doing.
right?
Just keep
All
doing
right.
what
You're
you're
doing a
doing.
good job. man.
Anywho,
I'm proud of
John Runyon, I'll give you my initial thoughts, Eli, because that was one of the first big names that came across the board, right? And you're sitting here thinking Hunt, you're sitting here thinking Onwenu, and you see Runyon, you're like, oh shit, like he's not even on anybody's radar. He's not on anybody's radar. But the second that Dickerson from the Eagles got his $20+ million contract, the guard market went to shit. It went to shit. The numbers were astronomical. Astronomical. So what the Giants did is they played the second tier.
Yo, Sarge, shout out Sarge. I'm sorry, Sarge.
Yeah,
He said Carolina Panthers play hockey. You did say Panthers.
I said Carolina Hurricanes. Did I say
You did say
whatever?
Panthers. You did say Panthers.
Oh,
That was
fuck.
funny. I was letting you
Anyway.
cook. Let Speed cook.
Anywho,
It's the Guinness.
it's the Guinness. It's the Guinness, baby. Happy
Guinness.
St.
Go ahead,
Patty's
Speed.
to
I'm
everybody that
sorry.
celebrates. No, it's so Runyon on its own. It looked like a very, very like blah signing, but when you look at it, he can play both guard spots. He's 27 years old, good at pass blocking. When he's healthy, he's a good player. So you're hoping for upside there, right? So you got your guys. So, but it was like a little bit something lacking. So once they got Illuminor, it kind of like, all right, so you got two pieces. It makes more sense now. You got your right tackle to back up Neal. You have your guard that could play, both guard spots. They love their versatility. They got two young, decent players at good prices. And, it's up to now the coaching to get something out of Neal, because Neal, this is your last chance. But I like that they double dipped at that spot to where, and we needed that. We need to get this right. So you double dipped at it for a decent price as opposed to one big name. I would have still liked Onwenu, but I get the double dip, and I'm happy with it, man. I was happy with it.
Yo, someone said Onwenu. That was like, yo, man, that's like a Nate Solder signing. Like, you sure you want to pay him all that money? They had me think for a second. So I'm like, man, is he that good? Like, I'm like, maybe there could be that signing. Which I'm happy with the guys that we have now. I get it. They're cost effective. They're gonna come in and hopefully do their thing. But if we would have bought him in there, they'd have had to pay that massive hole. Because look what the Patriots paid to retain him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Let that guy keep that guy. Because I'm telling you, something with the Patriots when they're players, sometimes they just don't work out on different teams for some of them. You know what I mean? So maybe he could have been that Nate Solder and we dodged the bullet. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe.
I feel you.
But let me say this.
Think?
Yes, again, I'm sorry. I just wanted to throw that 2 cents in there. So sorry, Jeff.
Just real quick, he played 925 snaps at right guard for the Packers last year. He allowed only 2 sacks and 6 quarterback hits, 568 pass blocking snaps. Like, this guy's good. Okay, it's a solid. He's a step in starter, and it's an upgrade, and it's a move the Giants had to make. So I'm all in. I'm good with it.
And can we talk about what hopefully the byproduct of this is? You get more consistency next to John Michael Schmitz. You get more consistency next to Evan Neal, and you hope that helps those guys get even better. So you have, and then for me, Illuminor lights a fire under Neal. You don't have the job. I hope they go into training camp battling for this right tackle spot. I hope Neal wins it outright. I hope he fucking feels the heat, because, dude, you're gonna get replaced. I hope you get replaced if you don't fucking play up to your to level. Joe Shane already put him on blast in one of his pressers. He said Neal has to play better. That's his own seventh pick that he put on blast. There's no fucking scholarships here. He fucking signed your replacement. Step up or you're out. Step up or you're out.
I like it.
Listen, let me ask you guys this. Do you think he'll answer the bell? Because when you look at, honestly, he was the best freaking tackle coming out in college, right? We was like so excited to get him. Do you think Evan Neal's just cooked at this point? Like, and Hefe, I need you on this because you had a different perspective, because he was like, yo, I think he's still got something there. But give me your thoughts, man.
We'll get our answer this year because we put so much on the coach and the coaching of the first 2 years, because there's no way he was that bad coming out of Alabama. I mean, we're on camera. You saw our reaction when he fell to us. Like, that was a no-brainer pick, a great player at a big need, and when they align, it's a no-brainer. So it was the right pick. Like, I think a lot of people would have made that pick, but He's got everything to prove right now, and this year is going to determine, and probably quickly. Like, I think it'll be a short leash because now that you have depth and versatility, if you don't fucking hold it down at right tackle, you're either going to guard or you're going to the bench. So he has more motivation than ever because NFL players know your FU money comes on that second deal, right? The first one's great, and if you're smart, that money's going to last you. So if you want to make money, the motivation, that dude has got every reason to step the hell up and make this the year that he separates himself because he's eligible after this year for extension. So this is the time. You have to step up now, and he knows that. But he seems like, aside from his weird, like, grilling comments and whatever the fuck he went on about last year, like talking about Giants fans, like these guys are flipping burger. No, he said flipping hot dogs, which is even weirder. And they're talking about, and they're talking about me playing tackle. Like, yeah, motherfucker, we paid $300 to see you play today, motherfucker. So this is the year, and he's got a short leash. I would say 4 to 6 games, and
really,
if he's a turnstile, he's getting moved either to the guard or the bench. That's what I think.
It'll be interesting to see right off the bat if he cross trains in training camp, like if they're splitting reps or is he getting all the reps? Like, is he getting reps at guard? You'll be able to know all you need to know about, where they think about Neal in training camp. So I'm excited, and give him a real coach, man. We paid a fucking coach to do the job of coaching these fucking guys up. That somebody come in and do their job as an offensive line coach and get the best out of our linemen. Can somebody fucking do it for once? I'm sorry. I'm heated about it because it's been so long.
It's okay. You can tell I'm ticked.
I could tell. But I'm sorry, guys, because we got like a whole notes, but we just cooking, man. And shout out to about 920 people who are actually watching, man. We do appreciate it.
Let's get to 1,000. Guys, share this. Let's get
head over
past
to YouTube.
1,000. Share it on a lot of people on Twitter right now. Looks like about 850 on Twitter watching right now. So share this thing for us. We appreciate you.
Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that subscribe button, please, as well, guys. So we
busted 1,000, and me and Spiro will chug something.
I gotta get another beer.
They will definitely chug something.
All right, so what we got? What do we got?
Listen, man, I just want to get on to Saquon's replacement, man. We got Devin Singletary coming in. Very good number, by the way. I think this is what the Giants were very comfortable with, giving Saquon. But you got 16. Did you really just? I'm sorry, boss. My bad. You got 3-year deal, 16.5, but only 10 million of it, which is guaranteed, guys. Very durable. A Buffalo guy as well, so he has some familiarity. Did I say that right? Yes, with Brian Daboll and etc.
Good job, B. Good job.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
This far into the show,
I'm working. I'm trying not to yell into the mic. I listen to the feedback. You know what I mean? I listen to the feedback. So I'm trying to be professional when we go on WFAN. You know what I mean? When we get our afternoon slot. You know what I mean? But guys, we got a good replacement here, and as far as the numbers here, it's kind of almost close to what Saquon was doing here with us. And I'm gonna start with Mr. Glass Half Full here, man, and then we'll get to the super chats, obviously. But Mr. Glass Half Full, man, what do you think of this signing, man? Are you excited? So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know about me. I'll wait to me. But are you excited about this, brother?
It's hard to say. Excited is the word. I am happy for what I think is going to be more consistency. I think that you have a guy that now consistently for the past what is it 3 years, so he's gotten 800 yards the past 3 years, 775, 687, 800, 800, 800. He can catch the ball out of the backfield consistently for around 35 plus catches every year. He's got some touchdowns in there. He can pass block. These are things that we didn't get consistently. And I love Saquon Barkley. He was electric. He was a home run hitter. But you didn't get the consistency out of Saquon. And Devin Singletary is going to run that ball. He's going to find the hole. He's going to gain you 4 yards every clip. The numbers are the numbers. Last year, Devin Singletary's numbers were better than Saquon's. And I hate to say that because it's Saquon. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I love that. I love that sound. I love that sound.
Mine is different.
Listen. What do we say? What
was the quarterback?
What do we say? What do we say all the time? The best ability is availability.
You're right, Speed.
And that, if nothing else, this guy fucking plays the games. He plays the games. He's there every fucking Sunday. I'll read you. last 4 years, 16 games, 17 games, 16 games, 17 games. Like he's there. He's fucking there.
Yeah, I can't
And, like,
argue. I need that. We need that.
we
Like you said,
need somebody
consistency.
to
We
be
need that.
there.
We
And
need it.
and we
Can't
have
argue.
that, and we have it for what? So Saquon got what 12.5, and we got him for half the price
Yeah.
at max, and we got him 10. It's guaranteed 10. So if it doesn't work out, we cut his ass. We still should draft his replacement. Don't get me wrong, we still should draft his replacement, but Devin Singletary is a solid vet that I think we should get.
He's a different kind of player. He's a guy that will take what's there, but he'll get the dirty yards, and that's something that Saquon wasn't great at. He's a better blocker than Saquon. That's something that Saquon wasn't really willing to do. Certainly not his strong suit. Is getting. We're over 1,000, by the way. Let's fucking go.
Hey, shout out!
Hey, shout out! Want to shotgun something now? You did.
Okay, yeah, go.
I'm gonna drink a little bit.
Hi, your super chat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Hold on.
Let's go. Good job, man. You guys are gonna be sore tomorrow.
It's hard to drink some fucking Guinness sometimes.
It is, man. It's like.
Well,
like
hey, I
Twizzlers,
car bomb.
like,
I car
like
bomb for
chocolate.
Burns. I car bomb for
Did,
Burns,
man.
baby.
Car bomb for
I thought you
Burns.
threw up later. I thought you threw up
I
later.
bombed for Burns. Bombed for Burns. Apparently, Sarge came at me and said you can't call it a car bomb anymore.
Why?
Well, fuck you. First of all, Sarge. Tell me
why.
what I
Is
call
there a
it.
reason
Sarge?
why?
I guess because it's car bombs are you can't associate. Car
Oh,
bombs
that's
with,
what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Sarge.
I
Sorry
get it.
for the insensitive.
This is the world we live in
talk.
now. You can't say certain things. like
Dash
this.
got the same cup as you, bro.
Hey,
Hey, big
That's-
Dash.
Me
Big
and Dash are always on the same page.
We got to
I
get
know
Dash.
Dash,
We got to get Dash back on the show.
know,
I'd like
I
to
know.
get Mace on the show too. I see you, Mace. Thanks for coming
Can
and
I-
hanging out.
Shut up.
Can I
man.
say
Yeah,
something
we
about
definitely
one last thing before on Singletary? He breaks tackles
absolutely.
like nobody's business. He doesn't get hit by the first person to go down. He breaks tackles, and it's like exponentially higher than what Saquon did. And again, let me preface this by saying he is a fraction of the talent of Saquon. I understand that he is not Saquon. He's not his replacement. What he is a half the price version of that we need right now. He's half the price version of what we need right now, and we're still going to build that line so that we can have a running game, not just a running back. That's all I'll say.
His price
like
is a
that, Sweet.
fraction of
I like that.
Saquon too. That's the point.
I agree. And shout out to everybody, man. We got over 1,000 in here, man. Shout out to you and everybody sharing this, man. We do appreciate all the support. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll be on Giant Insider, man, sitting there with the Biz and my guy Jerry, our brothers. If you guys don't know, man, it's our brothers, man. Like we talk to
They're
these
the
guys damn
best.
near every day. So I'm gonna jump on their show and have a giant revival. So I believe it's gonna be 8 p.m. guys, but we'll double check with you tomorrow when we put out the promotion. So please go to support and look at us there as well. We're gonna have some fun there for sure. It's gonna
Shout
be a
out Knicks.
blast, man.
Shout out Knicks. 106.79.
Oh,
Dominating win.
Oh,
Dominating
dominating.
win.
Yeah, just-
OG back in the house. We're
yeah,
fucking
OG,
cooking,
man.
baby. Yo, everything's coming together.
I'm about to
Everything's
say.
fucking coming
I don't want to say it.
together.
Stop. Let me stop. Let's go
All right,
Knicks.
all right,
That's it.
you're right,
Let's go
right,
Knicks.
right, right.
Let's go
Chill
Knicks.
out,
Let's go
chill
Knicks.
out.
And I think
It's only
it's
March.
another game. You're going to see some sightings that some people going to be there. But anyway, we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that.
Hold on, Eli, real quick, one more thing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you guys have been invited as well, so you're welcome to come. But 4:00 Eastern, I'm going to jump on Big Blue UK and Ireland. I'm going to be joining.
Hey.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
shout out to them.
That's-
bro.
I mean,
Shout
it's
out to
only
them.
it's
We
only
got a
right.
busy
It's only
day
right. It's
tomorrow.
only right.
Jeez. It's all-
Busy
We got a
day.
busy week.
Shout
I
out.
was on Monday. Listen, we're hyped. We're hyped.
Listen.
We're back.
My job is not happy with me. Okay, but this priorities.
Listen, I don't want
baby.
to talk about mines for goodness sake. But let me say this, man. I want to ask these guys this question. I want to ask you guys this question because for years, Giants fans have been saying this and they've been thinking this. And I think we kind of have an answer right now as we see in this live. Because let me ask you, is John Mara no longer meddling in Giants business
Oh.
at this point with all these signings and not bringing back Saquon and Xavier? You think he was meddling to begin with? Let me ask you that. And right now, do you think he's meddling with the Giants and what the GM and et cetera is doing at this point in time? And I'm gonna start with El Jefe on this one.
We believe he was involved more than most owners, right?
Yes.
And if you own a company, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So,
Mhm.
so you're not going to tell him to get out of the room. No, this isn't going to be your decision. You don't have a say here. That nothing works like that. When you're the owner, you can butt in whenever you want. I think he got too involved, right? So
Yeah.
it seems like right now, okay, we have been the worst team in the NFC over the last decade. Maybe I should let football people make the decisions now and take a further step back. If you need to break away from Saquon, go ahead. If you need to break away from McKinney, go ahead. If you need to make a good plan beyond Daniel Jones, go ahead. So it seems like those are things that would not have happened if Mara was meddling. So I would say it's encouraging at this point. Time will tell, but I would say at least it's encouraging signs this offseason so far.
Yeah. I
Speak.
sorry. I would say that I agree. He did get involved.
That's Guinness.
Wait, Spiro, who was at the wheel right there? Was I glitching? Because
Yeah, no, I think somebody for me, somebody was glitching. So
Okay.
I held back for a second, but I'm back here. We're back here.
because I stopped talking,
focus-
Spiro was like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry.
That's
Mhm.
that
Sorry.
Guinness.
Well, I saw
Extra
Eli
stout.
glitched a little bit, so I kind of was waiting for him to give me the okay.
Oh,
But
okay.
now that I have the
Extra
okay, I'm going.
The Greeks can't
So,
handle the Guinness.
Listen, the two.
Cannot handle the Guinness.
Listen,
Extra stout.
I can handle whatever y'all throw at me. As I
Really?
said about
I believe that.
OnlyFans $100 million question. I'm ready.
The bones that you dream about.
He loves Burns. He
Listen,
loves Brian Burns.
The
The fuck is happening on this program?
All right.
Spiro,
Anywho,
Spiro,
let me get
us back on
focus here.
track,
Focus,
please.
Focus. All right. Focus here. Listen,
Guys, we're at
I think-
1100, by the way. I just
the
wanna let
two
you know.
biggest
Again,
Fuck is
yo,
Let's go.
shout out to all the
The fuck is
1100 out there.
shout out.
The biggest thing that I think that John Mara meddled in were the biggest decisions in this franchise. It was Eli Manning, it was Daniel Jones, and it was the quarterback. It was the face of the franchise, and I think he meddled too much. I think his one request to whoever he signed on as the GM was, we got to give Daniel Jones one more shot because we fucked around with him too much. And this is how I envision it working. Shane said, okay, you know what? Fine. I'll give you your shot. I'll sign him for one more year. He got us to the playoffs. I'll sign him for whatever the contract is, but I have this out. And we're going to give your boy one more chance. And if he fails, it's my show now. It's my show. And now it feels like Joe Shane's show. Everything that's happening right now feels like Joe Shane's show. The smoke is there's so much smoke behind getting a new quarterback. They let Saquon go. They let McKinney go. Homegrown guys that Mara typically would be like, we need to keep our homegrown guys, Like, no, it's Joe Shane's show. I feel it now more than ever. And that's why I feel like we're headed in the right direction. So to me, I think he's stepping back. He realizes that this shit doesn't work. It didn't work for fucking over a decade now. It's time to hand over the reins, and I think he's going to. But let me say this: he's still going to have last say on who the quarterback is if they draft a quarterback, because he's still going to have to say, "Hey, I sign off on this." He's not going to pick the quarterback, but I think he's going to sign off on it because I think that's ultimately, as an owner, I want to be able to. This is my face. This is the guy I'm putting out as my franchise. And if he's going to give the okay, which I think for May, he's already got the okay because Eli May, it's happened already.
Yeah.
And what did fucking Art Stapleton tell us? He wanted Josh Allen. So it's not like he doesn't have the eye for it per se. So I hope that he does the right thing. Let's Shane and the people that are smart give him the opinions that they need to. He makes the last like final say on it. But I think he's relinquished the control in my mind. Hopefully.
I agree, man. Let's get to the super chats there, Hef.
Okay, let's catch up. Let's go. Tuto, more than welcome to show up in Philly and watch our bar fights. Oh, your bar fights. Okay, I hope you beat up Eagles. I hope you go to Philly and just beat the shit out of Eagles.
You know what? If I'm going to go to Philly,
Joyce.
I'm going when he's going. and he's going to be with us, and we're going to be. He's going
Listen,
to right. Like I think it's only fair.
If Tuto's in Philly, then I'll go. Otherwise, no,
That's the
thank
only
you.
time- Yes, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna need Chuck, who's my Dable impersonator, to come with me. He's
Let's
my,
bring Chuck and Tuto
he's
just
my
to make
per-
sure we
he
got
will-
extra.
he will just pick up people and throw them. It doesn't matter how big they are. Okay, thank you, Tuto. We appreciate you.
Love you,
brother.
Tuto.
Listen,
Let's-
I am no shape to go to Philly, man. I'm good.
No, you're
I'm
coming.
good.
You're coming.
Start-
I'm
stay
dragging
away
your
from
ass over there. I don't give a shit.
You guys are the biggest guys in the group, man. You crazy? Come on, man.
Eli, did your guy say anything about? Is this Isaiah Simmons? I assume.
I think he's a little bit lower level. What do we think here?
The information I got on Isaiah, man, is that unfortunately he might not be part of the plan, man. I think he doesn't fit what the DC has here for what axing.
That's fair.
But again, it's just speculation too. But as far as that, they don't think that he is a fit here at the moment,
And
unfortunately.
can I expand on this? If you're thinking about comp picks, if Isaiah Simmons gets a contract somewhere else, it helps in the comp pick formula. Right now, I know nobody, it's fucking nerdy shit. Like it's all over the place.
I rely on you and Mason for this.
Yeah. It's all over the place right now. Like we're up and down. Like every signing goes up and down. But I think an equalizer is if Adoree goes and Simmons goes. Yes, it'll hurt, but it also gives us a 4th round pick at the very least. If not, maybe a 3rd round pick if there's an overpay somewhere there. So let's hope that. In my mind, I'm kind of hoping that we go a cheaper route. And to tell you guys how it works, if we sign someone that's cut, they don't count against the comp pick formula. So look for people that have been cut that are free agents now, as opposed to just strictly that have reached free agency. So 2 different things. That's how it works, and I think that's how we're gonna have to work it from now on.
All right, thank you, Spee. You got that
Shout
one.
out, Chris.
You got
Appreciate
that
you.
one covered.
Appreciate you.
We're running through these here. Peter Randazzo doubling down. Oh crap! I don't feel right. Something nobody mentioning. Not one player.
Why we skip? We should have skipped that. Shut up, Peter.
Peter.
We should
Peter,
skip
thank you. Peter, thank you so much. Peter's. Oh, he's got.
He's right.
Okay, I'm gonna hide
He's
it.
right though.
I'm gonna hide it and just say we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna.
It's a trend. It's a trend. It's something that it's something that Shane clearly looked for, right?
Yeah.
Young and dependable. That's it. That's all we'll say about it. That's it.
There it is. I like that. I like that. What else we got there?
See, we're catching up now. Forget about his play. It would be irresponsible for them not to take a quarterback with his injury history. Yes, if not for performance alone, the injury history, either one would be a reason to take a quarterback. Both of them make it a no-brainer, in my opinion. Go get your quarterback. We're with you, Peter. Thank you, sir. And Peter ain't done yet, guys. Okay, he's just
let's go, Pete. Thank
Peter,
you, man.
Dropping it. Peter got paid today. Peter got paid.
We need to get your sounds back, Eli. We need to get your sounds back so we can
I gotta get my soundboard, man. I'm gonna get my soundboard back. I promise.
Fucking, all the shit.
I gotta put the little soundboard back for you. My apologies.
Hey, Pete, what else you got for us?
Okay, here we go, Peter.
He
Strahan abused Runyon's father.
It's only right that
there it is.
Yes,
Shout out to Michael
it's
Strahan.
only right that John has to make up for his father's ass beating. He's helping us.
Did Strahan post something?
It's actually Strahan's son.
Yeah.
It's actually Strahan's son. John Runyon is Strahan's son because of how much his dad got abused by Michael, over the course of his career.
Gotcha.
Eli's not following me. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not.
Yeah. Michael Strahan, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but Michael Strahan put on his on X of him saying, "Man, Runyon, I got his number." Like he was just talking crap, man, and then of course, congratulated his son coming over to the Giants. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
All right, that's cool. All right, thank you, Peter. Mason, our cap guru. We're catching up here. Google the definition of pizzle. Just saying. Thank me later. Cheers. Salute.
I have a feeling it has to do with something about a genitalia and being small. If I had to guess,
I'm scared.
No, seriously.
Oh my god!
I'm about to look this up. I'm dead serious.
The penis of an animal, especially a bull. His nickname is literally a penis.
Right?
Mason, thank you so much.
Appreciate you. We promise not to say this name on the show. I promise myself. Really, no. My brothers.
We're only reading what our.
That's true. My brothers
right
do their thing, and I'm
loyal super chatters are telling us. So we're not doing.
I'm really saying.
His
All
record.
right, one more. What we got?
All right, one more super here, and then we're caught up. C's fan of the month.
Bum.
Those
Yeah.
Bama
Fan of the month.
O-line guys are dog water.
Oh,
Think about the list.
Ooh.
You go to Iowa and Wisconsin to get linemen. Those cornbread eating motherfuckers.
Well, I like
all
that.
right,
Okay.
motherfuckers.
Okay.
He's
Shout out
right.
C's, man.
He's
Don't forget,
right.
man. I'm gonna hit you up, man. We got to get you on the show.
gotta
Revivalist of the
get-
month, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the
That's
show.
good. That's
And we gotta. Here's the thing. It's only gonna matter if John Runyon and fucking Illuminor are fucking hits. We gotta fucking hit. Like, it doesn't matter what we paid them. Doesn't matter where they're playing. You gotta start hitting on some guys, and I just that's what it all comes down to, man. You just gotta fucking hit them. And let me say this to people that feel that John Runyon is the equivalent of Glowinski. It's not the same. It's not the same because John Runyon is 27. Glowinski was I believe 33, 30. Like he was past his prime when we signed him. It's not the same. It's not apples to apples. We got a young fucking guy here under hopefully our new and improved offensive line coach. It's not apples to apples. So let's hope for the better with fucking John Runyon.
I hope for the better. And guys, man, shout out to 1172 in the building today. We do appreciate all the support. If you are on YouTube, if you're on X, man, head over to YouTube where you can leave your comments and have a good time. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate all the support. Guys, this is how we get paid, man, from YouTube here. X-Man, they cut us a check, too. Shout out to X-Man. It's not nowhere near YouTube. But just giving you some inside information, which is fun. Guys, we are all caught up, man. I think we're going to try to wrap it up, man. But wait, hold on. I think Hefe might have something.
Listen,
here.
St. Patty's week, okay?
Yes.
My family celebrates hard St. Patty's. It's Sunday is going to be an all-day affair at my parents. I can't wait. It's one of my favorite days of the year. We go all at it. So if you got a glass, right, and if you're in the chat, feel free to do it. But we drink this stuff called Celtic Crossing, and it's a tradition in my family. It started in my family that when you open it, you throw the cap, and it's like and it's like a whiskey. It's like a honey kind of whiskey, but it's not like anything you've had before. It's fucking crazy good. And what you do is you open it, you throw the cap, and then you pass the bottle until it's gone. But when you got the bottle, you got to say something profound, and that's why it's great. Is because people get so hammered that what comes out is usually fantastic. But tonight, what we're going to do is a bold take for the Giants 2024 season, and we're going to pass the bottle around, and we're each going to give our bold take for
I like this.
the 2024 season.
Yes.
Who you got going first, brother?
I'll go first because I threw it out there, so I don't mind taking the edge off first. But here, the Giants will have 2 edge rushers with double-digit sacks this season coming up right now. And I'm talking like 13 and 16, not 10 and 11. I'm talking a serious pass rush coming back to a New York Giants television near you. Cheers.
Hey, fucking
I
cheers
like
to that.
I like that. All right, Speed. I got to pass it to Speed.
Well, I'll expand on that. And I think that the New York Giants will have a top 10 defense in 2024. I think top 10. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Don't you Thibodeau me.
Thibodeau. Top 10 defense. Shout out to Bowen. Let's get this fucking rolling, boys. I think they're going to carry us, and I'm staking my claim. Cheers, Bears.
Cheers. And Eli, as we go to you, let me just say 1,200.
Hey.
Oh,
Shout out.
1,200.
Shout out to the entire 1,202, and it's still climbing. That is in here. We do appreciate all the support, man.
Yeah, if you're on Twitter right now, go follow. Just follow Revival. We're right there. Just follow it. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Eli, go for it, brother.
Here's a bold take, and it's gonna make me throw up a little bit, but this is gonna be fun, and this is great. It's gonna be great. Daniel Jones will have 30 touchdowns and 45 100
No way.
yards.
I don't believe.
Oh,
I don't believe this.
Hey, listen, you asked
I
for a
don't-
fucking take. That
Actual
is a
bold take.
fucking
This is
take.
bold. 30 touchdowns, 4,500 yards.
Yo, this is on
Daniel
record.
Jones.
Just so
That's
you know.
not bold.
This
Eli,
is not.
Eli,
We're
we're
still
insane.
recording.
Eli,
We're
we're on the
insane.
internet. We're on the internet right now. You can't
So
just
right, I
say
could get
it. You can't
trolled
just-
for this later. It's
can't
okay.
just-
This I got us. It was the
Our-
boldest I
our-
could think. I had to
Our,
do it.
our fan of the month. Our
Crack his whack.
Crackers.
Eli, is he winning
Hey.
a Super Bowl too? And he's getting an
You know what?
extension.
Hilarious.
Go
I
all in.
unfollow.
Turns out it
All
was a discount after all.
Thank you
Oh
very much.
my
Thank
god.
you. He
Hey,
said, "Yo, this yo."
Eli's
up.
fucking with all of you right now.
I am so trolling right now, but it's so great.
Hey.
I might as well keep it now. At this
Listen,
point. I'm so trolling here. I love it. though. I
he's
love
a
it.
little leprechaun and he's telling us all the fucking.
I don't know how the viewers are going up. I thought that would have dropped 800 right there.
I thought at least that people would have got the hell
Marjorie
up
says,
out
"I
of here.
want whatever Eli is smoking."
See,
Marjorie, shout out.
Insane. I love
Caesar's
this
like,
chat.
you can keep your fan of the month shit.
Oh, this is so awesome. I love it. I'm sticking
wait,
to
hold
it now because fuck it. I think it's great now. I think it's funny.
on.
as
I
hell.
respect your, but yo,
This is
stick
fun.
to it. Stick to
This
it.
is
But let's say,
Of course I
two
am.
more
I have
things
no
that we
choice.
two more things that we didn't talk about real quick. Jalen Mills,
He's
safety.
like, give me my
they picked
super
up.
chat money
I
back.
don't exactly. I don't exactly agree with Jalen Mills as a signing, but we signed him. Isaiah
Chat
McKenzie,
is
though,
great.
former Bill. I do like the wide receiver signing. Isaiah McKenzie has had some success in the NFL. Former Bill. We need bodies in that wide receiver room. We need bodies in that
Exactly
safety room.
right. I didn't catch the numbers on McKenzie. Did you get them?
I didn't see numbers. I'm guessing both of them are going to be very low. So it makes sense if they're very low.
Selfishly, my daughter's name is Mackenzie. I hope he works out. I hope he has a nice little run with the Giants. I already have a Kareem McKenzie jersey T-shirt, but I'd be
Shout out Kareem McKenzie, one of my favorite
Yeah.
Giants of all
Yeah, I
time.
mean, he's a good
by the
one.
way. Yeah.
vet minimum. Thank you, Doug. That's fucking
Hey,
fantastic.
Dougie.
Listen,
Oh,
goodness.
he's
Doug,
gonna know
if
the
you're not following
offense.
Doug, if you're not
He's gonna
following
know the
Doug,
offense,
follow him. He's got the best fucking. He's got all the best Giant charts that you could fucking find out there. So shout out to Dougie.
Man, I'm about to
And
get into these like
Jay?
these
Shout out
X
Jay,
chats
yes,
that
too.
you guys are into, man. Because you guys got like all the inside information, all the cool people, man. Give me the cool chat. I don't want to get in.
I can't keep up with the group
Come on, man.
chats. I try.
Give me the cool ones. You know, give me the ones that,
Why-
don't fight each other every day.
I don't know what you're saying, Bill. Isaiah McKenzie is not a Giant. Is not a Giant fan. I don't care if he's a fan. He's on the Giants. I don't care. Yo, we need bodies in this wide receiver room. Isaiah
Get outta
McKenzie.
here. Get out of
He
here,
needs to.
Richard.
Hey, look, yo,
My
we
man.
knew-
Oh,
My man.
hey,
we knew
let's
he-
go.
Shout out.
Really? That's dope.
Shout
That's
out
fire.
to us.
That's fire. That's
Cheers,
It's a good
Richard.
name.
Good
Cheers
name.
to that.
It's a fucking great name. Cheers.
Hey,
All right, boys,
let
what
me
do you
say
think?
this, man, guys. We have 12. I'm sorry. Wow, I can't even get this right. 1,228 people in the
One, two,
building
two.
watching New York Revival, man. We do appreciate all the support. You know, guys, you guys don't understand how much this means to us, man. Because, guys, we are literally a year and a half, 2 years old. Actually, no, 2 years old now. Speed. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're 2 years old now. So, still a new and up and coming pod. So, we do appreciate the support, guys. If you head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on X, hit that follow button, man. We do, of course, man. We got some inside
Apple
information, but
Podcasts,
don't forget.
Spotify too.
Mhm.
Yes, please
Don't
go
forget don't forget
Spotify.
our
We
fucking
have it on.
potters.
I agree, man.
Our
We have it all there.
podheads.
Yeah, man. And go support over there because those numbers are doing very extremely well over there. And we do appreciate the support there. Don't forget tomorrow about 8 p.m. We'll double check the time with you guys that we will be on Giant Insider. It's gonna be a Giant Revival. Go over there, man. Hit that subscribe button, Spotify, etc. That those guys are on. We're gonna be joining them, having some fun, talking about the Giants, and it's our brothers, man. So we're gonna have some fun there. But guys, this is the end of the show, man. We want to thank the revivalists in the chat. Thank you so much for all the super chats and etc. You guys make me laugh all the time. And yes, it is on record, man. I did say 30 times. Imagine if he gets that too. Oh my gosh. Internet will melt that day. That'll be freaking hilarious. But let's see how it works, man. But let's have some fun, man. Shout out to the guys, man. And on behalf of my brother, man, you guys know who this is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets. Speed, if you nasty.
Let's
now.
go, fucking Rangers. Let's go.
Yes, that's that extra stuff.
Boom. Happy
Extra
St.
stuff.
Patrick's Day.
Get this extra stout.
Spice on that, baby.
Yo, listen, man. I'm sure, like,
Vodka,
if we was in Tommy's right now, Speed would be probably fucking breakdancing right now. No lie.
God,
We'd be closing
I
that
need
shit
Rucker
down.
doing laps around the fucking bar. I
think he
God damn
would,
it.
son.
We gotta get back to Tommy's.
Yeah, we do, man. Let me make it happen soon.
Go
I have a
next,
hat
too.
from
Go
my
next.
brother, man. And I did Mr. Glass half full. And of course, of my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel. And it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. We'll see you on the next one. Peace and blessings.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass half full, the revival.